Hi, this is Ted Dhanik, CEO of EN1. Wanted to talk about AdCel and its history, also joined by its founder, Mr. Kravchenko. He's the CTO today. He's going to tell us a little bit about the company, its foundings, its history, what it's doing today, why it's so important to engage BDR's business and talk about the differences between the two. And it's really interesting, Dennis. Your company is only a year and a half old.
Yeah. We started with a problem, as usually happens. Our problem was we had a game publisher. We were struggling with monetization solutions. We keep trying on every single new ad network demand source, and it was just a mess. We realized that we have to hire people just to manage all the marketing channels to monetize better, to optimize it, and then we realized that we can make a solution to solve this problem, where algorithm automatically, based on pure numbers, decide which ad is the most expensive to show right now for the user. So we built AdCel. We combined classic ad networks, programmatic exchanges into one single unified auction, and build a solution for all the ad formats, where our algorithm, machine learning algorithm, looks at the historical data, real-time data, combining all together, and build the most efficient dynamic waterfall for the user ad session.
So that's really interesting. So as far as, and I know the audience at home's heads are probably spinning a little bit because they're wondering what we're saying, but this is genuine. We know what we're talking about. As you can tell, it sounds like a lot of technical jargon for everyone, and I tend to talk like this as well. But from the basic core of it, you have a machine learning technology, right? So you have AI, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning, which predicts in real time the monetization kind of waterfall or scheme for publishers. So what AdCel essentially is it's a monetization solution for publishers.
Yes.
Right? So publishers, like game publishers, let's say game apps, they need to generate revenue, and they put AdCel's technology or code on the app, which sits directly on the device. So AdCel sits on, how many devices are you currently on right now?
Right now we have around 25 million devices per month.
That's active.
Monthly active users.
Okay.
And we have around 500 million historical data on the 500 million devices.
So sitting on 500 million devices, which is actual phones, right? So mobile phones, on 500 million mobile phones around the world. Essentially collecting data and monetizing for these app publishers. So essentially a game that is, let's say some sort of game, they built a great game, they want to monetize it, they want ads and such. So your technology sits on that app and creates opportunities for ads.
Yep.
when the time is right. It's a combination of display advertising, which is banner ads, video advertising, which is video content from other advertisers, or maybe even other games for the most part. In addition to that, voice and audio ads now, which are interactive as well. So that combination generally is what helps the publisher make money, and that's AdCel's competency. So what's really interesting is AdCel actually did not have a sales team either. You had no salespeople, right?
Yeah, we
just all engineers.
All engineers, yeah.
Yeah, so it's fantastic. It's all engineers. It's kind of like Engage BDR. We have zero salespeople as well, and our technology is our revenue generating, our revenue generation center. So engineers are they generate all the revenue by integrating partners and creating algorithms and artificial intelligence, which makes money. So it's pretty cool. So how did you start the company? I mean, you started the company a year and a half ago. It was to solve a problem.
Solve internal problem, and then we realized that a lot of publishers had the same problem. They are good in making games, and obviously they sucks in keep trying on different monetization solutions. And we decided the perfect solution for the publisher, which is good in making apps, come to one place and have one solution for everything. They don't need to go to create accounts, deal with billing, filtering, and optimization with different ad networks or demand partners, which are like more than 60 at some point. And one-stop solution is best for them. Install SDK and go keep updating your great game.
So let them be focused on what they're good at, right?
Yep.
Which is making games while you manage all of the yield for them, manage their monetization solution. And so this algorithm, machine learning technology and AI enables you to be the best at what you do, because the fill rates that we saw were like 99%, meaning every opportunity to show an ad, you're filling every slot with an ad.
Exactly.
Whereas the industry standard, like competitors in the space, what are their averages?
Depends on, if we're talking about programmatic, 15% is a great number.
15%?
15% is a great number. If we're talking about ad networks, it's close to 60, but still not
Sure.
not 99%. And 99% fill rate. We are working globally, not only like in top tier 1 countries. So, you don't need to care about accounts within different systems. Once a month, you're just getting a check from us.
That's great. That's awesome. And so the reason why this was so compelling for us for Engage BDRs is we've always have not had this piece. We have been missing this part, which is SDK. SDK is software delivery kit. That is the thing that sits on the app and on the phone directly. And once you have an app with your SDK in it, that app is exclusive to you. So you're monetizing 100% of their advertising opportunities for them, which means that you have exclusive inventory. No one else can buy that advertising unless it comes from you. So that exclusivity is what we've been missing. We have a lot of relationships with publishers now and through the years that has been exclusive, but not this way specifically, sitting on the device itself, monetizing. You have access to device ID, latitude, longitude, coordinates of the user, interactivity of the user, or engagement with the user on that app and other apps on the device as well. So they can see how the user is actually performing and using the app, and not just the app, but the device as well, and where they're going and things like that. So that data is precious, and we never had access to it before until this. We were in the product plan of building something like this. It was going to take us a couple years to do it, and we were going to start on that this year. But we ended up meeting you guys, and so it worked out well for us. We feel that having this exclusivity to inventory, you're sitting on how many apps now? About 6,000 or so? Right?
Around 6,000 apps, yeah.
So there's 6,000 apps, mobile apps that are exclusive to AdCel. That any brand or agency out there looking to target those audiences or that type of content, they have to come to you to get those audiences. And that's a very compelling situation. That makes us much stronger. That makes Engage BDR have the ability to say, hey, this is a unique audience. So not just have access to those 6,000 apps. So that's great. Good, we're going to have access to your 6,000 apps to be able to sell to our clients. And then your clients are going to be buying our traffic. But not just that, but now we have the ability to go after new partners that neither one of us have and say, hey, look, we have these 6,000 exclusive apps. And by the way, that number is growing because now we're getting our media buying teams and publisher development teams involved to syndicate AdCel business and go out and get new business and new publishers. So that 6,000 is going to keep growing.
Yep.
And that's compelling because that's all exclusive to us, and that enables us to generate incremental revenue. And the stickiness from this revenue is very, very strong, meaning the retention rate is very high because they can't buy the media from anywhere else. It's not a commodity anymore. It's like to be able to access this audience or this inventory, you have to buy it from here. It's not like I'm going to go around you and buy it from someone else for less or whatever it is. It's just there. In addition to this, AdCel is a very, very strong competency in game, and this is something we didn't even know either, but in-game app installation, right?
App installs, okay. Majority of our traffic right now are performance-based ads, and we never expected that. We always thought that programmatic is the most revenue. Programmatic ads is most revenue for the publishers. Ends up it's not every time true. Performance ads, if correctly optimized and correctly integrated, shows much better numbers than programmatic. A lot of our inventory right now, around 70% of our inventory is gaming, and we can see that around 80% of demand on those apps are gaming apps, gaming ads as well, and you can see the numbers much 2x, 2.5x more eCPM than regular programmatic higher paying brand ads, which is great. And transition from video to playable ads, showing just much better results.
That's great. That's fantastic. As far as AdCel being how do you feel about you had when you started the business? It was about 1.5 years ago. Did you start off with any capital? How did that work out? It's pretty self-sustaining, but how did you get it off the ground?
So we had a team which was working on a solution for the essentially reverse solution to media buying. Mm-hmm. Media buying solution. We realized that this technology is working well, and we need to solve the opposite situation where we are actually selling the ads in an efficient way. The investors in the company just decided this is a good way to not to pivot but to expand. Mm-hmm. And investors just came in and fund all the venture. Nice.
And so you did. How much revenue did you do in the first year in US dollars?
First year it was million and 100K.
So 1.1 million US.
1.1 US, yeah.
That's great. And your first year, that's fantastic.
First year, yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
And that's excluding our internal revenue from internal publishers.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, so that's fantastic. I think that you beat us by 100K. Our first year was, Curtis, what was it, $1 million?
Right around $1 million.
Yeah, about $1 million US, and you guys did 1.1. That's awesome. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. And so this is going to be your second year. It's fantastic. So we were talking a little bit about, you and I, a few weeks ago, about some really cool integrations that are happening between the company, and you threw a number at me.
Yeah.
And you said that you think we can get to this number per day. What is that business, and what was the number? And that's just the synergy between the two companies, right?
Yeah, exactly. So as I mentioned, in programmatic world, the fill rate is a pain.
Yeah.
Right. What we're doing right now, we're trying to bring the performance-based ads into programmatic world. So we will integrate the custom API integrations, custom APIs into OpenRTB programmatic world to show ads as a programmatic. This integration is probably the first unique, as I'm aware of. Mm-hmm. It never happened before, and based on our estimates, we can fill another 100K per day.
100K USD?
USD, yeah.
So you think we could do 100K USD per day? That's fantastic. So yeah, we were talking about this a bit. This is just maybe a couple, it was in late August or September.
Yep.
You didn't know that we had the inventory, and we didn't know you had the business, and it was really funny because I called them into my office and I started talking a little bit about what we're working on, and I told you, I said, hey, look, we're working on this really cool new product. It was app installs and video, right? On mobile video.
Yeah.
It's it was kind of like sliced bread. It was like the coolest new thing. And you what did you tell me?
We're doing it for 1.5 years already.
You said you were doing it for 1.5 years already. It was like, wow, we don't have to figure it out. You've already figured it out. And so And then once I'd said that, you started looking and talking with our CTO a bit about our inventory and our integrations and that supply side, and you thought preliminarily, hey, we could do 100K a day USD in this pretty soon. So I'm pretty excited to see that, and I'm not holding you to it. Just kidding. No, and I think it's going to be a great win for all of us. But as soon as we can get there, it'll be fantastic for us. And I think that from that perspective, like I didn't even really think about this so much, but how do you feel about the prospect of voice and audio ads for app installs as well, or for game installs?
Oh yeah, so in our current demand we already have performance-based ads as well, voice ads, where you can hear some short ad about some brand new audio book application, and you can say yes, I'm interested, and you'll go directly automatically to the app store, press download and install it. So pretty much it's already happening.
That's great. You know what's really compelling about AdCel and you is that you guys preliminarily you're in the Ukraine, right?
Yes, majority of our developers are in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Some of them in Russia, in Belarus, and in Thailand.
That's good. So I think that was very exciting for us because we had an office in India for 6 or 7 years or so, and it didn't work out for us so well because it was just a tough thing to manage. And I think the culture over there has been a little challenging from management standpoint. So we had an office there for a long time and it just didn't work. The next place that we wanted to go we thought that it would be really fantastic was Poland. So Poland was great, and then as we started to learn more about it, we've learned that the two places that you really want to be are Ukraine and Belarus, right? Those are the two hot spots of anywhere in the world.
Yep.
Where you want to get engineering done, very price effective and challenging. The culture is very challenging, so that you have the best engineers in the world come from there now, which is great. So we didn't want to go out and open an office ourselves because we probably get killed in the process. I mean, not physically, but I mean as far as we just don't understand the culture as much. We don't have a we don't have a guide, right? But it's great that you do. So I think there's an opportunity for us to grow that team in the Ukraine to kind of build or grow existing products that we have and deploy new stuff too. So that's like a fantastic opportunity for us too, and it's great that happened.
Yes, apparently with smaller resources you have more ability to speed up and to scale your development and research. Yeah,
that's good. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today. This has been an introduction to the whys and whats for AdCel. Feel free to send Feel free to send emails to info@en1.com. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. And Mr. Kravchenko.
Thank you very much. Bye.